Life is a constant struggle, but victory doesn't always have to be about grand achievements. Instead, it's about the small, quiet victories you earn each day. These daily wins, though often unnoticed by others, are what truly shape your character and build your resilience. Rather than obsessing over the ultimate triumph, focus on doing your best in every situation. Go to bed each night knowing you gave your all, and wake up ready to face new challenges. This approach transforms life from a series of exhausting pursuits into a journey of meaningful progress, one small win at a time. Victory isn't just about external rewards or recognition. True victory is your inner alignment with what you know to be right. When your decisions are clean and your choices are just, the outcome becomes secondary. What matters most is that you stood where you needed to stand, regardless of whether you won or lost in the eyes of the world. This inner clarity brings a sense of peace and fulfillment that no external prize can match. Standing firm in your truth is the real victory, and it's something you can achieve every single day. You choose the right option, make the right decision, and fight the right battle, you're already victorious. The joy comes not from applause or recognition, but from the clarity and satisfaction of knowing you did what was right. This joy is quiet, but it's deeply fulfilling. It's about going to bed each night with no regrets, knowing you gave your best effort. This is the kind of joy that sustains you through life's ups and downs, keeping you grounded and motivated. Defeat isn't about losing a competition or failing to achieve a goal. True defeat is holding back, not rising to meet what the moment asks of you. It's when you don't fully engage, when you let inertia or fear stop you from giving your best. If you find yourself lamenting after a challenge, it's often because you held something back. Real victory comes from wholehearted effort, from leaving nothing in reserve. When you give your all, there's no room for regret or sorrow. Commitment means more than just fighting the right battle. It's about being so fully surrendered to your cause that even defeat cannot distract you. When you're truly committed, you give everything you have, holding nothing back for guilt or indulgence. This level of dedication transforms your struggles into meaningful victories, regardless of the outcome. It's not about winning in the eyes of others, but about fulfilling your own sense of responsibility and purpose. Purposeless life doesn't remain empty for long. It gets filled with noise and distractions. If you don't actively fill your life with meaning, joy, and understanding, it will fill itself with trivialities and rubbish. This can take the form of unfulfilling jobs, shallow relationships, or endless distractions. The key is to consciously choose what you devote your time and energy to, ensuring that your life is filled with things that truly matter to you. Struggle is a fundamental part of being alive. Every person faces challenges, but the real question is which battles are worth fighting. Many people waste their energy on petty distractions and ego-driven competitions, never engaging in the battles that truly matter. Instead, dedicate yourself to one central, worthy project, something that brings awakening, clarity, and truth. This focus transforms struggle from a burden into a meaningful pursuit. And faced with overwhelming situations, it's easy to feel hopeless. But even in the darkest moments, if you devote yourself fully to what must be done, there's no space left for despair. The intensity of the challenge forces you to be present, to give your utmost. This is not a time for self-pity or retreat, but a summons to act with clarity and purpose. By meeting the moment head-on, you discover a different kind of joy, one born not of results but of pure engagement. Knowing yourself is the foundation of true responsibility. When you are self-aware, you clearly understand what you are responsible for, making irresponsibility impossible. Suffering often arises from abandoning your real responsibilities, not from external events. By staying connected to your purpose and acting with awareness, you prevent your life from being filled with distractions and regrets. Work is not just a compartment of your daily schedule, it's a central axis of your existence. If your work is not lovable, life becomes difficult to enjoy. Your work reflects your inner constitution, shaping your thoughts and relationships. When your work aligns with your values, every hour spent becomes meaningful. But if you compromise your values for a paycheck, you live divided and discontent. Let your actions express your true nature, and let your work honor your deepest truths. Many people spend years on trivial pursuits, never engaging in battles that truly matter. But sometimes, grace appears as a great challenge, lending meaning to life. These meaningful battles awaken your fortitude, resolve, and courage. When faced with such a challenge, the temptation to quit is strong, but standing firm is what defines true victory. The result is less important than your commitment to the right battle. Your profession is not just a way to earn, it's something that defines your life. With about 70% of your waking time spent working, it's crucial to choose work that is truly worth your devotion. The quality of your profession is measured not by income or reputation, but by the love and energy you bring to it. Ask yourself if you would still do your work if it paid nothing. If the answer is yes, you've found your calling. Immersion in meaningful work is powerful. When you're deeply engaged, distractions and trivialities can't get through. However, not all immersion is good. The wrong kind numbs you, making you busy with senseless tasks and dull routines. True immersion sharpens your senses and lifts your awareness, making you more alive. It's important to distinguish between being truly engaged and simply being lost in activity. Immersion in the right work increases your awareness and openness to pain, but it also helps you rise above the pain. You become more conscious and alive, touching something deeper than the cycle of pain and pleasure. This kind of engagement is transformative and liberating. On the other hand, immersion in the wrong things only sedates you, disconnecting you from your true self. Choosing a career based on passion or pressure is common, but true fulfillment comes from a deep understanding of what must be done, driven by love. This decision arises from clear seeing and a sense of inevitability. You do it not for excitement or reward, but because it's right and necessary. This kind of work is a sacred obligation, not just a career move. Only then does your work redeem you and keep you true to yourself. Entrepreneurship should not be a way to fill a hollow life or chase superficial success. Instead, it should be a mission, a calling to serve, heal, and contribute meaningfully to the world. Wise entrepreneurs are needed, those who act from wisdom and purpose, not just ability. When entrepreneurship is driven by love and mission, it becomes a lifelong affair, something you would pursue even without profits or applause. True transformation begins with what may seem like selfishness but is actually sacred. Real growth is internal, and it requires conscious effort and willingness to face discomfort. The ancient practice of tapasya, stepping into the flames to burn away what is false, illustrates this process. Growth demands endurance and the courage to challenge old patterns, even when they resist change. Daily routines can consume your life if you're not careful. Cooking, cleaning, and endless chores may seem necessary, but they shouldn't become your entire existence. Life is an opportunity to learn, grow, and explore. Don't let the small things eat up the bigness of life. Value your time and use it to pursue liberation, knowledge, and meaningful experiences. Education should be about more than just making a living. It should teach you how to live a life worth living. Real education awakens consciousness, encourages understanding, and fosters inner freedom. When education loses its soul and becomes focused solely on competition and accumulation, it fails to serve its true purpose. Seek education that liberates and enlightens. Many people carry responsibilities that aren't truly theirs, feeling weighed down by expectations imposed by others or society. Authentic responsibility arises from self-knowledge and brings joy, not burden. If your duties feel heavy and draining, it's a sign they may not be your real responsibilities. Discovering who you are is the key to knowing what you must do. Loneliness is a fundamental part of the human experience, present from birth. It's not something to be fought or suppressed, but understood. The ego's constant search for completion through external attachments only deepens loneliness. By observing and understanding this feeling, loneliness can become a powerful teacher, leading to creativity, depth, and truth. Being lonely isn't about being physically alone. It's about being crowded by your own thoughts, desires, and comparisons. The lonely person is trapped in self-concern, unable to connect with the world or even enjoy their own company. True freedom from loneliness comes from embracing and understanding it, not running from it. In today's world, you don't need another person to survive or feel secure. Your real need is for clarity, depth, and beauty in your life. If you don't fill your life with these, you risk filling it with emotional scraps and hollow relationships. Focus on your own greatness and purpose, and let love arise naturally from that foundation. Insecurity in relationships often stems from desire and the need to possess. If a relationship is truly valuable, it will have strength and resilience, not fragility. Relationships based on personal gain or pleasure lack real substance and are prone to insecurity. True value in a relationship comes from its strength and authenticity. Attachment and hurt are two sides of the same coin. Hurt arises when reality shatters the stories and expectations you've built around someone. The more invested you are in a relationship, the more vulnerable you become to pain. True freedom from hurt comes from living without illusions and letting go of attachment. Most relationships are based on mutual need and desire, making them transactional rather than loving. Desire invests with the expectation of returns, leading to frustration when those returns don't come. True love, on the other hand, nurtures without expecting anything in return. Only by moving beyond desire can you experience real love. Relationships that begin from a place of lack or loneliness are often based on dependence and exploitation. When you use another person to fill your emptiness, the relationship becomes transactional and fragile. Real relationships arise from inner richness and clarity, not from the need to escape pain or loneliness. A healthy relationship is one where both people remain independent and free. When dependence and self-centered expectations take over, the relationship becomes a cage. It's important to regularly check whether you've become too dependent or exploitative, even when things seem to be going well. True love empowers and liberates, not confines. A true lover wants you to be free, not dependent. The quality of a relationship can be tested by seeing whether it brings you peace and maturity or turbulence and insecurity. A real lover empowers you to be your assured self, while a false lover seeks to make you dependent. True love is about supporting each other's independence and well-being. Much of what is called love is actually a hormonal reaction, not true connection. People often mistake chemistry for divinity, dressing up biological urges as romance. Recognizing the difference between genuine love and mere chemistry is essential for building real, lasting relationships. In many relationships, love is confused with the fulfillment of personal desires. When needs are not met, what was once called love quickly turns into frustration and blame. True love is not about gratification or exchange of favors, but about the dissolution of the self and genuine care for the other. Many relationships are like chemical reactions, formed under certain conditions and easily broken when those conditions change. True love goes beyond chemistry and self-interest. It requires self-awareness and the willingness to dissolve the ego, creating a bond that endures beyond circumstances. Real love begins when you let go of the fantasy that someone else will complete you. False hope leads to disappointment and hurt, but clarity brings freedom. When you understand your own instincts and desires, love becomes your natural state, free from the need to possess or be possessed. When two incomplete people come together hopping to find completeness, they only echo each other's emptiness. True fulfillment cannot come from another person. It must come from within. Expecting salvation from someone else leads to disappointment and confusion. Light and peace must first be found inside yourself. A true lover doesn't simply accept you as you are. They challenge you to grow and become your best self. Someone who enables your weaknesses or refuses to confront your illusions is not truly loving you. Love is a fire that burns away what you are not, helping you become who you are meant to be. Believing that another person will bring peace or completeness to your life is a recipe for disappointment. True love is not about finding someone to fill your gaps, but about sharing your wholeness with another. Only when you are complete within yourself can you build a healthy, fulfilling relationship. When expectations are placed on a partner to provide what you lack, disappointment is inevitable. The familiar drama of unmet needs and misunderstandings unfolds, leading to frustration and disillusionment. Recognize that no one can complete you. True partnership is about mutual growth and support, not dependency. Someone who tells you they love you exactly as you are, without challenging you to grow, is not helping you. True love is not about comfort or sedation, but about awakening and transformation. Seek relationships that inspire you to become your best self, not those that keep you stagnant. Love is a powerful force that burns away illusions and falsehoods. It's not always comfortable, but it's necessary for true growth and fulfillment. A partner who refuses to challenge you or colludes with your illusions is not truly loving you. Real love is compassionate, but also uncompromising in its pursuit of truth. To build healthy relationships, you must first become whole within yourself. This means understanding your own needs, desires, and patterns, and not relying on others to fill your gaps. When two whole people come together, their relationship is based on mutual respect, support, and genuine connection. Real love begins with self-awareness and the willingness to let go of illusions. It's about seeing yourself and your partner clearly, without projecting fantasies or expectations. This clarity allows you to build relationships based on truth, freedom, and mutual growth, rather than dependency or need. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. Solitude is a state of wholeness where you have no gaps that need filling. In solitude, you relate to the world from a place of sufficiency, meeting others not to take but to share. Embracing solitude is essential for building healthy, fulfilling relationships. Attachment is the root of much suffering in relationships. When you let go of the need to possess or control, you open yourself to real love. This freedom allows you to relate from a place of joy and abundance, rather than fear and lack. Practice nurturing, not investing, in your relationships. Clarity is the foundation of all healthy relationships. When you see yourself and others clearly, you can relate without illusions or expectations. This clarity brings freedom, joy, and the ability to love without attachment. Let your relationships be expressions of your inner richness, not escapes from pain. Life and relationships are ongoing journeys of growth and self-discovery. By focusing on small wins, right action, and inner alignment, you create a foundation for lasting fulfillment. Embrace challenges, nurture your purpose, and let love guide your actions. In doing so, you'll find joy, clarity, and true connection in every aspect of your life.